Every morning, millions of American parents pour what they believe is a harmless bowl of cereal for their children. They trust the colorful boxes with cartoon characters. They trust the FDA. They trust that no company would be allowed to sell poison disguised as breakfast. They are wrong. When I took office as Secretary of Health and Human Services, I made a promise to the American people. I said we would make America healthy again. I said we would expose the corruption, the corporate capture, and the systematic poisoning of our children. Today, I am keeping that promise. What I am about to tell you will fundamentally change how you look at your pantry. We are going to go through 15 cereal brands that you need to remove from your home immediately. These are not fringe products. These are household names. These are the cereals that line every grocery store aisle in America, and every single one of them contains ingredients that are banned or restricted in Europe, but perfectly legal here. Why? Because the regulatory agencies that are supposed to protect you have been captured by the very corporations they regulate. But here is the good news. Stay with me until the end because I will also show you 5 cereals that are actually clean. 5 brands that prove you can make breakfast without poisoning your family. Let us begin. Number 15, Froot Loops. This is perhaps the most iconic children's cereal in America. Those bright colors, that toucan mascot, generations of kids have grown up with it, but I need you to understand what those colors actually are. Froot Loops contains red 40, yellow 6, and blue 1. These are not natural colors derived from fruits or vegetables. These are petroleum-based synthetic dyes. They are literally made from oil, the same crude oil we put in our cars. The science tells us that red 40 is linked to hyperactivity in children. The European Union requires warning labels on any product containing these dyes, stating that it may have adverse effects on activity and attention in children. That warning does not exist in America. Why? Because the FDA conducted its last comprehensive review of food dyes in 1973, over 50 years ago. Before we understood endocrine disruption, before we mapped the human genome, before we knew what we know now about neurotoxicity. In Europe, Froot Loops is made with natural colorings from fruits and vegetables. Same company, same brand name, different ingredients. Kellogg's knows these dyes are dangerous. They reformulated for European children, but American children, they get the petroleum. Number 14, Lucky Charms. This cereal markets itself with magic and whimsy. Those little marshmallow shapes, children love them. But those colors come from yellow 5, yellow 6, red 40, and blue 1. 4 different petroleum-based synthetic dyes in a single product. The agencies will not tell you this, but yellow 5 has been linked to behavioral problems and allergic reactions. Studies in the United Kingdom led to voluntary removal of these dyes from most products. General Mills reformulated Lucky Charms for European markets using carrot extract, spinach concentrate, and paprika for color. But they continue selling the chemical version to American families. Lucky Charms also contains BHT, butylated hydroxytoluene. This is a preservative that the National Toxicology Program has identified as a possible human carcinogen. It is banned in food products in Japan, Australia, and the European Union, but it sits in your child's cereal bowl every morning. Number 13, Fruity Pebbles. The Flintstones marketing makes this seem wholesome and fun, but Post uses red 40, yellow 6, blue 1, and yellow 5. That is 4 synthetic dyes derived from petroleum. The FDA classifies these as safe. But we know that the studies the FDA relies on were funded by the chemical industry itself. That is corporate capture. That is the fox guarding the henhouse. Number 12, Trix. General Mills has built this brand on the phrase that tricks are for kids. But what exactly are we giving our kids? Red 40, yellow 6, blue 1. The same petroleum derivatives, the same neurotoxic compounds. In 2015, General Mills briefly reformulated Trix with natural colors from radishes, turmeric, and purple carrots. Sales dropped because the colors were not as vibrant. So what did they do? They brought back the petroleum dyes. They chose profit over your children's neurological health. Number 11, Cap'n Crunch Crunch Berries. Those red and blue berries that children pick out of the bowl are colored with red 40 and blue 1. This cereal also contains yellow 5 and yellow 6, 4 synthetic dyes. PepsiCo, which owns Quaker Oats, has the resources to reformulate, they choose not to. Number 10. Apple Jacks. The name suggests apples. The reality is yellow 6, red 40, and blue 1. There is no significant apple content in Apple Jacks. The flavor comes from artificial compounds. The color comes from petroleum. This is not food. This is a chemistry experiment marketed to children. Number 9. Cocoa Puffs. You might think a chocolate cereal would not need artificial colors. You would be wrong. Cocoa Puffs contains artificial flavors and BHT, that same preservative banned across Europe. General Mills adds synthetic compounds to enhance the chocolate flavor, rather than using real cocoa in sufficient quantities. Number 8. Frosted Flakes. Tony the Tiger has been telling American children that they're great for decades, but Frosted Flakes contains BHT. This cereal is predominantly sugar with corn that has been treated with glyphosate. The World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified glyphosate as a probable carcinogen. We are feeding our children a carcinogenic herbicide for breakfast, and the regulatory agencies do nothing. Number 7. Honey Smacks. This cereal contains more sugar by weight than an actual candy bar, over 50% sugar. But beyond the metabolic crisis this causes, Honey Smacks also contains BHT and artificial flavors. In 2018, this cereal was linked to a salmonella outbreak affecting over 100 people across 36 states. The systemic failures in our food production are not isolated incidents, they are symptoms of a captured regulatory system. Number 6. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. This is one of America's best-selling cereals. General Mills uses BHT and TBHQ as preservatives. TBHQ, tertiary butyl hydroquinone, is derived from petroleum. Studies have shown it can cause nausea, delirium, and collapse in high doses. The FDA says the levels in food are safe. But the FDA also said that about countless substances we now know are dangerous. We are bioaccumulating these toxins every breakfast, every day for years. Number 5. Reese's Puffs. This cereal combines the Hershey brand with General Mills marketing. It contains yellow 5, yellow 6, red 40, and BHT, artificial colors plus a questionable preservative. The chocolate and peanut butter flavoring comes primarily from artificial compounds rather than real ingredients. This is ultra-processed food in its purest form. Number 4. Cookie Crisp. A cereal designed to make children believe they are eating cookies for breakfast. It contains caramel color, artificial flavors, and BHT. Caramel color, specifically class 4 caramel color, can contain 4-methylimidazole, a compound that California lists as a carcinogen. This is not about being alarmist. This is about transparency. You deserve to know what is in your food. Number 3. Golden Grahams. This cereal contains BHT, TBHQ, and artificial flavor. 2 petroleum-based preservatives that European regulators have restricted. Golden Grahams also relies on corn and wheat that have likely been treated with glyphosate during production. The metabolic health consequences are severe. Number 2. Corn Pops. Kellogg's Corn Pops contains BHT and annatto color. While annatto is natural, the BHT is not. More concerning is that Corn Pops is made primarily from corn, a crop that in America is predominantly genetically modified and heavily sprayed with herbicides. We know that glyphosate residue has been detected in numerous corn-based cereals at levels that accumulate over time. Number 1. The worst offender. Kellogg's Fruit Loops with marshmallows. This combines everything wrong with American cereal into one box. Red 40, yellow 6, blue 1, yellow 5, and blue 2. 5 petroleum-based synthetic dyes, plus BHT, plus high fructose corn syrup derived from subsidized GMO corn, plus artificial flavors. This single product represents the complete failure of American food regulation. In Europe, this exact product would require warning labels at minimum or would simply not be approved for sale. In America, we put cartoon characters on the box and market it directly to children. If you look at the data from the 1970s, before we introduced these synthetic dyes and preservatives into the food, supply on a mass scale, childhood obesity was under 5%. ADHD diagnoses were rare. Autism rates were a fraction of what they are today. I am not saying food dyes cause all of these problems, but the science tells us they are endocrine disruptors. They affect neurological development. They contribute to the metabolic crisis we face. We have to stop eating science experiments and start eating food again. Real food. The kind our grandparents ate. The kind that does not require a chemistry degree to understand the ingredient label. Let me give you the solutions. Here are 5 cereals that are actually clean. 5 brands that prove it can be done differently. Number 5. Cascadian Farm Organic Purely O's. This cereal contains organic whole grain oats, organic cane sugar, and sea salt. No artificial dyes, no BHT, no petroleum derivatives. USDA certified organic means no glyphosate was used in production. This is what cereal should be. Number 4. Nature's Path Organic Heritage Flakes. Made with organic kamut wheat, organic spelt, organic barley, and organic oats. Ancient grains, real food, no synthetic additives, no preservatives. The color comes from the grains themselves. Nature's Path has committed to regenerative agriculture practices that heal the soil rather than poison it. Number 3. Barbara's Original Puffins. This cereal uses no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, and no artificial preservatives. The ingredient list is simple. Cornmeal, whole grain oat flour, sugar, oat fiber, salt. You can read every ingredient and understand what it is. That is transparency. That is what you deserve. Number 2. 1 Degree Organic Sprouted Oat O's. This company practices what they call veganic agriculture. No animal byproducts, no synthetic chemicals. They sprout their grains, which increases nutrient bioavailability. Every ingredient is traceable to the farm where it was grown. When I talk about transparent labeling, this is the gold standard. Number 1. 3 Wishes Grain-Free Cereal. This company was founded specifically to create cereal without the junk. No gluten, no grain, no dairy, no artificial anything. Made from chickpeas, tapioca, and pea protein, no synthetic dyes, no BHT, no TBHQ, no glyphosate. This is what I would put on my own table. This represents the future of American food. We are changing the regulations. My department is reviewing every food additive that the FDA approved before 1980. We are looking at the European standards and asking why American children deserve less protection. We are going to end the incestuous relationship between regulators and the industries they regulate. But while we fight that fight, you have power too. You vote with your wallet every single day. Every box of chemical-laden cereal you do not buy sends a message. Every clean brand you support grows stronger. The chronic disease epidemic affecting our children is not inevitable. It is manufactured. It is the result of corporate capture, regulatory failure, and mass poisoning for profit. But we can reverse it. We can make America healthy again. Look at your pantry tonight. Read the labels. If you see red 40, yellow 6, blue 1, BHT, TBHQ, throw it away. Your children's neurological health is worth more than a $3 box of cereal. Join this movement. Share this information. Demand better from the companies that feed your family. Together, we will clean up the American food supply. Together, we will protect our children.